There are still things about the cricket and psychogenic hypothesis that just don't fit, at least not as an explanation for everything. The sound came in a focused beam that they could step in and out of, and the sound would start and stop. That people nearby couldn't hear it at all. We're all wrestling with this. What if the sound Doug heard in his garden isn't connected?
If you say it's conceivable that this sound is the red herring, has nothing to do with what happened, I mean, that is totally a possibility.
The fact that there was supposed height localization of the sound in space, so that for some people they moved a couple feet away and the sound abruptly stopped, they moved back, the sound abruptly came back, or as reported that in some cases someone heard a sound that was pretty loud, but someone else in the immediate vicinity heard nothing.
If these reports were accurate, this sound wasn't behaving like sound. It wasn't going in through the ears, not the way a sonic weapon would. The point is, sound waves are extremely difficult to contain.
When they covered their ears or covered their head, there was no perceived attenuation in the intensity of the sound.
Lots of mechanisms can explain headache. Lots of mechanisms can explain dizziness, but relatively few mechanisms are going to explain illnesses that begin in this dramatic manner with location dependence and this kind of repeatable locality feature.
I pretty quickly suspected that pulse radiofrequency radiation might be involved.
Rapid, repeated pulses of microwave radiation can cause the brain to experience a sound as if from within. At least one part of the US government knows someone is blasting radiofrequency energy at the embassy. In 2009, Ken was posted to an embassy overseas.
It's a former Soviet country.
One day, when he gets to work,
I go to sign into my FBI computer, and there's no connectivity. It's a country that is intentionally attacking this communication link to either intercept comms, or just disrupt. It was a radio wave attack.
The general consensus is if it was an attack, pulsed microwaves, radiofrequency radiation fits closest. We've seen that microwaves can be projected. We know it's theoretically capable of causing this kind of brain injury. And we know that it can also cause the experience of a sound.
In the past, some of the clinical features had been elicited with pulsed radiofrequency energy.
This does not, it's worth repeating, rule out a psychogenic event. In fact, the two theories are perfectly comfortable side by side. For a mass psychogenic event, it doesn't really matter where the story comes from, whether, at the core of it, there's a grain of truth or not.